What's up, friends and neighbors? Just hanging out in the old music room, trying to get some vibes going. Trying to write a little bit, maybe. Yeah. So here we are, episode 3, Matty's midlife crisis, and hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you had a good week so far. I've been having a really great week, man. It's kind of weird. I thought that I would, thought that I'd be like, at this point, I'd be like, what did I do? Should I have really just quit my job to pursue this music thing? And it's been 2 weeks, and absolutely I should have. I should have done this a while ago, to be honest with you. I don't have anything bad to say about, the church that I worked at. I just didn't realize, honestly, how much pressure it is to get all the things done by Sunday every week. All the things that you're doing at a church. If you're a musician and you're, like in my case, I had to do all the music stuff, all the logistics stuff, scheduling a bunch of people, musicians and all that stuff, people to work in a tech booth, try to fix problems when they arise every week, because in the tech world, there's always something going on. There's always some cable going out, and you got to try to figure it out, because you got to have it ready to go again by Sunday. And there's always just some kind of thing going on, and you always have your head down, and you don't realize how much actual pressure and maybe stress that comes with that. And when you've done it as long as I have, it's amazing what you can get used to. And then when you wake up 2 weeks later and you realize you don't have all this weighing on you, and you can just wake up and be creative, play the guitar, write songs, visit friends. I went to lunch with a friend I haven't seen in a couple years today. It was awesome. I just hit him up and was like, hey, we should get lunch. And he was like, yeah, we should get lunch. And then we went and got lunch. I didn't have to schedule him in to all the meetings that I was going to have that week, or have to cancel on him because some crazy thing happened and, had to go try to fix a problem, or a funeral popped up and now I've got to go, hang out and play music for a funeral, or run sound for a funeral, or check on lighting for a funeral, all that stuff that comes with being at a church. You never know what's going to happen from week to week. There's always something that can pop up. So it's really nice to just wake up and be like, hey, what am I going to do today? And then go do that. And today I got to eat lunch with a good buddy named David. I haven't seen in a while. So David, thanks for lunch, buddy, man. I appreciate it. He paid for my lunch, which is great, because I don't have a job. So thanks for the support, bro. Appreciate the lunch. But yeah, man, I've been spending the last couple days booking, just trying to getting that groove, because basically I got to book my whole year out, because now I count on all of those gigs, all those shows. So far, thanks to everybody that's been booking me, man. It's been great. I got so many shows already lined up, and more coming. Got shows lined up with Noah Smith and to play guitar and sing background. Did some session work the other day for a wonderful artist named Drew Freeland. She's an amazing singer-songwriter from Cincinnati, and got to play a little bit on her new song and sing a little background vocals for her. And it was awesome. She's got an amazing voice. Check out Drew Freeland. Go over to Instagram at Drew Freeland Music, and like all her stuff and check out all her music. And she's got a new song coming out soon. I don't know when, because she just recorded it. I don't know if she's got a plan yet for that, but you get to hear me play a little rhythm guitar and sing a little background vocal. So thanks for having me on that, Drew. I really appreciate it. But just thinking about what's coming up this year, and already got some ideas for maybe even next year. It's been amazing what happens when your brain shifts gears, and you just start to work on the main thing, right? You don't have a million things going on, and now you can just focus on one thing, and that's been awesome. Just focus on music and booking music. And so really stoked about the future and what this can turn into. But man, I hope you're all doing really well out there. I hope you're having a great week so far. Been thinking about what to do with some of these songs that I've been piling up. Over the last 2 or 3 years, man, I've written so many songs, and I was looking through my hook book the other day, or all my phone demos, and I was just like, man, there are so many songs here that could be a project. There's so many songs here that could just be like, that we could just put out as singles for a little while, There's a bunch of songs that I love that I've not really pitched to anybody because I just, didn't have an idea of who to pitch them to, or just thought, maybe these songs still need a little bit of work, and haven't had the time to put into them. And I was looking through it, and I found like 8 to 10 songs that I was like, these are really great songs that I really connect with. And I was like, maybe I don't need to pitch them. Maybe I just need to put them out. And then I was like, what would be really cool that I've never done? I've always put out songs with like a full band, right? I've always like went into the studio and tried to get my favorite players to play on it and all that good stuff. And which I think is still going to happen in the future. Like, I've got a whole record of songs planned. And hopefully by the end of this year, we're going to start tracking that record. But I've got some other songs that I'm just in love with right now that are really, I think would be really cool, just stripped down with like an acoustic guitar, maybe a harmonica thrown in there, or just some real, pedal steel, maybe get a buddy to play a little pedal steel on it just to give it a little vibe. But keep it really stripped down, with just a vocal and acoustic guitar and a really good room, and just see what happens. And then just maybe put those songs out as singles, and just a really stripped down thing. My wife has a photography studio in Cynthiana, Kentucky, and it's like a 208 or 9-year-old building. It sounds incredible in there, and I thought, man, I might just like mic up an acoustic and sing some songs in there, and call it like the Strippin room sessions. Cynthiana's back in the day was known for being a tobacco town, and I wrote a song called Tobacco Town. I put it out in like 2018, and I thought, man, it might be cool to just be like, let's do a whole, project of songs or a set of singles that's just stripped down and call it Strippin room sessions or something. I don't know, maybe that's stupid. Hit me up in the comments, tell me if you think that's a good idea, if you like that idea or if you think it's cheesy. Whatever, I don't really care if you think it's cheesy. If I like it, I'm probably going to do it. But I would still love to know what you think, man. If it's cheesy, if you love it, let me know in the comments. Or if there's a song of mine that I've played, you've heard me play like a songwriter round or a show that I've never put out before, maybe that's a song we need to think about doing. So put that in the comments too. If there's a song that you love of mine that you want to see put out so that you can have it, or that you think the world needs to hear, I'd love to hear that. So let me know. But yeah, working on that project. I've also been over the last 2 years, just I was looking through my phone demos, and I grew up listening to a lot of country music. My dad was really into like Merle Haggard and stuff, and then we always had like some soul records around, and then like some Creedence Clearwater Revival was always around. I've always loved like rootsier kind of stuff, but so I've been writing a lot of like country soul-ish type stuff lately, and I've got like 20 songs in my demo, my phone demos, that I think could be awesome to maybe put on a record. And I've already started talking to a few people about what that could look like, and I've had some people that may be interested in helping me put that out, maybe putting a little money behind it or something. I don't know yet. I don't know what that looks like, but hopefully this year we're going to start on like a full band record that's kind of in the country soul vibe. I feel like that's just where my heart is right now. That's the stuff I've been writing and listening to and really, really loving. And I think the next record I put out, I think maybe that's going to be the avenue to go down. What do you think? You think that works? Let me know what you think about that too. Like I said, that's down the road. I'm really stoked because my wife's been singing with me. I don't know if you know this story, but my wife didn't sing in front of me until like 3 years ago. And we've been together like 16 years. She wouldn't sing in front of anybody, but she never sang in front of me. And one day we were at a winery me and a guitar player buddy of mine named Caleb. And Caleb's a great guitar player, and he's the manager at Manchester Music Hall in Lexington. But he's a fantastic guitar player, great human being. And we were playing this winery one night, and my wife goes, "I think I want to sing with you." And I was like, "Cool, we should do that sometime." And she was like, "No, I think I want to sing with you tonight." And I was like, "I've never heard you sing. So let's do that. I want to definitely do that, right?" There were like 3 people there, so she was like, I've had like 3 glasses of wine, and I think I could probably sing a little bit because there's only 3 people here. And I was like, there's no better time than tonight. So my wife gets up and she sings, and me and Caleb look at each other like she's been sandbagging us for years. All these years, she could sing beautiful harmonies. All these years, I've been on the road playing music, playing gigs, wishing that I had somebody to sing harmonies with. And the whole time, my wife was right there. But she, the reason she never really sang is because something happened when she was a kid. And, sometimes when we're kids, we let things bother us. Somebody said something about her having couldn't sing or whatever, and it really bothered her. And from that point on, she was just like, I'm not going to sing in front of people. But that person's an idiot because my wife sings beautifully. So whoever you are, you stole 13 years of my wife singing for me, and I'm not happy about it. So if you're out there and you see this, you should apologize. You probably don't know who you are, but that's fine. But my wife has moved on past that, and she's been singing and playing shows with me lately over the last probably a year and a half. She's been playing shows with me. She's played some full band shows with us. She's been doing duo stuff with me, and we're going to do a lot more of that this year and the years to come because we're having a freaking blast. That's the dream, right? You get to literally play and sing with your wife and travel with your wife and see the country and do amazing things together. I can't really imagine a better thing to do if I'm not going to work at a church and have a 9 to 5. If I'm going to go on the road and do this thing, who better to do it with than the person you want to spend the rest of your life with? Yeah, I can't tell you how stoked I am for what's to come. Like I said, I've been booking shows like crazy already. I was like, man, I hope I can get enough gigs together to be able to make a living and do this. And it's already working better than I thought it was going to. Shows are coming in like crazy. We're going to Europe again this year. Really stoked to see my friends in Denmark again. Actually, I've got 3 songs this last year that we wrote with some people from Denmark, and they're a band called Glimfeast. I'm saying that horrible because I can't speak Danish, but they sent me this record, and 3 of my songs are on it, and it's doing really well in Denmark. But it's because number 1, they're fantastic. Number 2, they're amazing human beings. And I truly believe that when amazing human beings make amazing music, people find it. And people in Denmark are finding their music, and every day I think I see a new article or a new radio station that some of those songs are popping up on. So Ricky Rasmus, thank you so much for letting me be a part of that. That record is awesome. It's called the Nashville Confessions. You should check it out if you love country music and you want to hear some Danish folks sing country music as well as any Americans. You should check it out. And they got some really great players on this record, and it sounds fantastic. But yeah, Glimfeast is their name, or at least that's how I say it with my redneck accent, my Kentucky trailer park. That's me. I can't escape it, which is probably why I play country music, and because there's no point in trying to get rid of this accent. My dialect is what it is. It's what happens. But man, it's just over the last year, the opportunities to play music and write music and to see people from, I never thought when I was a kid that loved music. Literally, when I knew I wanted to be a musician and I wanted to make my life about music, I was in about 4th grade. And I was riding my bike one day and I found a cassette tape that somebody, I don't know, it tossed out the window because they were annoyed by it, or it got, it fell out of somebody's car, or who knows. But it was on the side of the road and it was there. It was meant for me, apparently, because I picked that thing up and I always rode my bike with I always had a old Walkman. And I'd ride my bike around the trailer park and listen to music. And so I popped, that cassette, I popped it into my my Sony Walkman with my giant headphones with the little, like the foam that would always fall apart, and you'd be like riding around with like foam all over your face. And it was Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet. And I just remember from track one, I was like, I love everything about this. The songs were great. The melodies were great. His vocal was through the roof. The band sounded great. Like, everything about it spoke to me. I don't know why. And I went home that night and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. And I would literally sit in my room with like a cassette recorder. I'd have like 2 of them, and I would try to dub, like hit record on one, and like I just took old cassette tapes and I would dub over them and try to make up songs. They were horrible. We found some of them. Me and my wife, we were going through our garage, and after my mom passed away, we found some of those tapes because, of course, she kept them, and it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard. And my wife loves it, and she's like, you should make a record and like use some of those tracks as like opening things or like in between songs. And I was like, I don't know if I can stand the embarrassment. But maybe we should do that, because I'm sure you guys would love to see me turn beet red every time you talk about it to me. But with my little like super hick accent, it was way worse when I was a little kid. I don't know why. It's still bad, but it was way worse then. And I just remember being like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then in my 7th grade yearbook, or 8th grade yearbook, I think, it asked you what you want to be when you grow up. I put musician. I never even played a guitar or knew anything. I just knew I wanted to do that. Then my senior year, I picked up a guitar for the first time, and I was just like, this is it. This is the thing that's going to be the vehicle for the rest of my life. And it's literally put a roof over my head. 2 loves in my life were playing music and doing ministry, and I got to do both for a long time. I got to build my music career. I got to work in a church for over 20 years, and I got to play music at a church. So I literally, my voice and this guitar put food on my table and a roof over my head since I graduated high school, pretty much, because both my parents are gone. My dad died when I was 9. My mom passed away in my early 20s. So I've always had to try to figure things out, and the only thing I was ever good at or that made sense really to me was playing music. And it literally saved my life in a lot of ways, and in many ways it still does, and it literally pays my bills. So I guess all I'm saying is, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It depends on how you measure success. I think there's a lot of people in the world out there that think I can't go be a rock star, but you don't have to be a rock star. There's a ton of people in this world making good money playing songs and jamming with their friends, and they just get a little bit serious about it, and they figure it out. You might not be making millions of dollars, but you can eat. You can buy a 1,200 square foot house like ours. I've done it. I'm doing it. So don't get discouraged when people tell you can't do it, because it's just not true. It's just not true. If you're willing to sit down and take the time to craft good songs and learn how to play good music and treat people good and book a few shows, build up a following, you can do it. There are people out there that can't wait to hear your music. And it really, I've learned that it doesn't matter what your niche is, what your genre is, somebody out there will like it. There's some weird music out there, or at least stuff that I think is super weird. And you know what? Thousands and thousands of people listen to it. So all I'm saying is, just go make music or make art or whatever it is that you love. Go do that. I'm not saying go quit your job. That's just what I'm doing right now. That may change in 6 months, it may change in 2 years, it may change tomorrow, depending on, anything can happen in this world. But I'll always have music no matter what. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how good it gets, I will always still be in this room playing the guitar and writing songs and venting my heart out. When things get hard and sad, I'm going to write sad songs so that I can stay happy. When things are going good in my life, I write happy songs. When my marriage is solid, I write love songs. When my marriage is not solid, I write songs about I wish my marriage was solid. It's literally just how I get through all things, good, bad, indifferent. You can do that too. You just got to do it. So yeah, that's my rant for today. Episode 3. Thank you all so much for checking this out and checking out my YouTube channel. It would mean a ton to me if you would subscribe, if you haven't already. If you'd hit the bell icon, it'll tell you every time I make a video. I just got all my video stuff. Like, I've had a camera for a long time. I've been trying to figure out, what I want to do moving forward with this channel. I've had a ton of people be like, you need to put your music, you need to put you playing live on this channel more. So I'm planning on doing that. So I've been working on getting my cameras all dialed in and getting my recording chops back enough to where it doesn't drive you guys nuts to hear me sing and play. And then I'm going to post some videos of me singing and playing, maybe telling stories behind the songs that I write. Maybe you'll like that. I hope you do. I'm going to put it up anyway. And like I said, you don't have to watch because this channel's free. You can listen to me all day long, or you can turn it off. This is really just a way for me to put my stuff out into the world, and maybe a few of you will dig it, right? But yeah, man, I got a ton of shows coming up. Check that out. MatthewDouglasSimpson.com/tour will tell you everywhere I'm going to be coming up. And yeah, March 20th, huge show with Noah Smith in Nashville, 3rd and Lindsley, one of my bucket list venues to play music at. And we're going to do it March 20th with Shelly Tackett. And she's a wonderful songwriter and friend, and can't wait to listen to her play, and can't wait to play that show. So if you haven't gotten tickets yet, they're going to go fast. So yeah, you can get on my social media stuff. All my social media is at MD Simpson Music, or you can go to noahsmithmusic.com and find out about all that stuff. But go buy tickets, and we'll see you at 3rd and Lindsley on March 20th. And I'll see you at any of the shows I got coming up. Like I said, you can check that out on my website and find anything you want to know. All right, I'm done talking. I'm done ranting. I love you all. Thank you all so much for being a part of this, and I will see you very soon. Grateful for every one of you.